Feels so good. It's a little bit cooler today. We got a nice west wind, which is real good for here. It's kind of one of them spots where it probably won't be until later in the evening. The deer kind of filter through here, and there's a cornfield about, I don't know, 35 yards here to our right. There's a lot of acorns in here, so we're hoping they stage up in here before dark, and they're sitting by us while it's still shooting light. I got the stick. I got a hamburger tag in my pocket. Meat mission is in full effect tonight. We just keep getting rain after rain after rain after rain. Unbelievable. The ground is so saturated and wet. The bugs are terrible. I think the gnats are getting to be as bad as the mosquitoes. The forest floor is really saturated, so they're going to be quiet, so we're really going to have to keep our eyes open because we're not going to hear them. It's drizzling right now, off and on, and no rain in the forecast. Just can't win. You do what you can when you can do it. Man, the squirrels are busy tonight, which is a good sign. A lot of times, if one species is up and moving a lot, that'll indicate that a lot of other species are too. The conditions are right for movement. You know, it's getting back to reading sign and listening to the critters. They'll tell you a lot if you just listen. I think a lot of people have gotten away from that because they rely on gadgets and marketing to put a deer in front of them. Well, that's not the case, and that's not how it works. It was brought to my attention a long time ago, when I was real young, that to watch for the evenings when the wind blows straight through the evening, because when it does, it indicates a front, and the pressures are changing, and it really promotes movement. So when you have those conditions, when the wind doesn't just lay down in the evening, when it blows straight through the evening right into the night, that's a good time to be out because the movement is heightened then. And I've watched that throughout my many years of bow hunting, and it's proven to be right more than it's proven to be wrong. So, and tonight's one of those nights, so I'm really anticipating some good movement tonight. So it's getting closer to the bewitching hour, the magic time of evening. Back in the stand. Same conditions as the other day. Wind's great. It's a strong wind. It's breezy. Just gonna settle in and hopefully them deer funnel through, heading out to the field. Just beautiful in the woods. Here we go. Well, it's the next morning. I didn't get a lot of post-shot footage, mainly due to the fact that it started raining pretty good. The deer come in to our right, and I didn't get a lot of pre-shot footage either, because it's the canopy of the timber here is real thick on the edge, and they just popped inside the timber. And I'm really surprised I got the whole thing pulled off on film. I had my camera all covered up from the rain because it was starting to rain on and off, and the deer just popped up, and it was tough, but got the shot on film really good. But here's the scenario. It's the next morning. We're gonna go in. Last night we kind of ducked out of there because the deer went and bedded down. I could see the deer bed down not too long after I shot it, and got dark and we slid out, and we're gonna slide back in there right now and just kind of check everything out and just kind of slowly poke around and see what we can come up with. You know, I don't know, it should go well. I feel pretty good about it, and we're gonna go check out the crime scene. Well, here she is. Not a lot of tracking involved in this one. She wasn't but, I don't know, 20, maybe 20 yards from where she bedded down last night. You know, when this deer came in, we made a shot. I watched the footage a bunch of times. The shot was low, but as long as you're still in that chest cavity, it's pretty hard to hit a deer too low. It was a quartering shot. The deer hopped, and I thought the deer was going to come back in, but she plopped down and bedded right there. And you know, for a deer to bed down that quick, you know, I really felt good about it. And I watched her for a good solid 35 minutes until it got dark. It was starting to rain, so I was a little concerned about the tracking and trailing and all that. And got really cool last night. It was in the 40s. But what I did is I sat in the stand until it was dark, like dark. And I boogied and tried to, it sounded like an elephant, but tried to scoot out the back and walk directly away from her. And decided not to come in till morning. And this is one of those scenarios where it paid off big time. You know, there's tons of controversy on leaving your animals overnight and going after them. But I'll tell you what, every shot is unique to its own. Every situation is different. Every scenario is different. You just make the best decision you can. Use some a lot of it's common sense, and just make the best decision you can. You know, it's not always the right decision, and sometimes it is the right decision, like this case. I mean, this worked out absolutely perfect. We came in here first light, and the deer was laying literally maybe 20 yards from where she bedded last night. And I'll tell you what, I'm so happy it worked out this way. But don't let someone tell you something's right, something's wrong. It's all a learning experience, and you take from it, and as long as you make every effort to recover that animal, you know. And there's times where, you know, like when it's warm out, leaving the animal overnight, you know, maybe situations like that, you kind of want to press your luck and push it and go a little sooner. But, you know, you just make the best decisions, and you try to have the well-being of the animal first and foremost, and you just pray you make a good recovery. And that's exactly what we did this morning. You know, this traditional archery stuff has just stole my heart. It is just absolutely amazing. But we're going to get her dressed out, and
I'm taking the compound out, and we're gonna try to lay some horns on the ground. We've still got a tag here from Minnesota, Nebraska, and who knows what else is gonna happen. I can already smell the jerky. Absolutely love archery. Bow hunting is life. You know, sometimes I just get so wrapped up in the moment. I don't even know what to say. That's hard to believe, huh? But in all honesty, it's an amazing thing, and to still be able to be a part of things like this, and I mean, I'm honored to have such a privilege. In these moments like this, I think a lot of the times we need to just slow down and just revel in the moment and just soak it in and take our time, and you work so hard for it. You know, it doesn't matter if you're in 6 acres or 306 acres. Just be appreciative of every aspect of it. There's so many different avenues to hunting and management and wildlife, and it's just every process and every step is just glorious, and we need to just soak that in and really try to save what we got and enjoy these moments and inspire one another. And I'm telling you, this hunting and our wildlife and all the critters are going to have a lot better future for it. And you know, it's one of those feelings where there's nothing else in the world that can recreate such emotion, such passion in somebody, and it just puts forth so much motivation, and it's so hard to wrap your head around how amazing it is. I absolutely live for moments like this. I'm Joshua John Wells, and this is Minnesota Outdoor Journal. Just like always, they came from the wrong way. Yeah, stupid. We really need to... Yeah, this is stupid.